Hello everybody and welcome back to Decision Desk HQ's YouTube channel. This is the fourth episode in the series of videos we are creating that covers each major poll closing, as well as which races to watch at that hour on election night. We are up to 9 p.m., so if you have missed the 7 p.m., 7:30, and 8 p.m. videos, make sure to go check those out before you check out this one. And as always, make sure to like the video down below and subscribe if you haven't already. That lets us know if you are enjoying these videos and if we should continue making them going forward. Time is flying, and we're already at the second major poll closing at 9 p.m. on the East Coast. 15 states are closing their polls here, including in some key Senate and gubernatorial races. Starting in Arizona, the race for governor has received a lot of attention, and deservedly so. It's currently rated as a toss-up by Inside Elections, and Republican nominee Kari Lake leads by no more than 1% in both Real Clear Politics' and 538's polling averages. A well-known former TV news anchor, Lake received criticism for saying that she would not have certified President Joe Biden's victory in Arizona if she had been governor at the time. Moving on to the Senate race, Democratic Senator Mark Kelly's Republican opponent, venture capitalist Blake Masters, has walked back some of his more hard-line assertions on abortion and immigration in an attempt to win support among moderate voters in Arizona, but he has consistently trailed Kelly in both polling and fundraising. Moving north to Wisconsin, the gubernatorial election between incumbent Democratic Governor Tony Evers and Republican nominee Tim Michels is certainly one to watch. Interestingly, while the incumbent Evers leads in 538's polling average, Michels leads according to Real Clear Politics. In short, this is as pure a toss-up as it gets, at least according to Inside Elections as well. Evers is forecasted by DDHQ to run relatively even with his former lieutenant governor and now Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate in Wisconsin, Mandela Barnes, who is taking on tried and tested Republican incumbent Senator Ron Johnson. Johnson has a track record of overperforming expectations through exceptional strength in northeast Wisconsin and the WOW counties, Waukesha, Ozaukee, and Washington, that compose the traditionally conservative Milwaukee suburbs. Most notably, in 2016, he defeated former Democratic Senator Russ Feingold by 4%, despite trailing in almost every poll. DDHQ currently rates the contest as likely Republican. Now let's take a look at the toss-up House races starting in Arizona's 2nd District. Democratic incumbent Congressman Tom O'Halloran faces aspiring Freedom Caucus member Republican Eli Crane. This seat has become over 10 points more Republican via redistricting, and the only reason O'Halloran is even still competitive in this Trump plus 8 district is that Crane may underperform a more generic Republican candidate. Moving on, the state of Colorado gained a seat in the House following the 2020 census, and the state's independent redistricting commission drew up the new 8th district to be a highly competitive Biden plus 4 seat. Democratic State Representative Yadira Caraveo faces Republican State Senator Barbara Kirkmeyer, who has a much stronger home advantage within the district. Next up is Iowa's 3rd Congressional District. Sydney Axne is the lone remaining Democrat representing Iowa in Congress, and she is very much at risk against Republican State Senator Zach Nunn. This Des Moines-based district voted for Trump by less than a point in 2020, while Axne held on by just over a point. Finally, the state of New York features several intriguing House races in these midterms. There are more battlegrounds there than any other state, but I'm going to focus on the 2 toss-ups. First up is the 18th District, where Democrat Pat Ryan is running as the incumbent after surprisingly winning an August special election for the then 19th District. Ryan significantly overperformed expectations and was simultaneously nominated as the Democratic nominee against Republican state legislator Colin Schmitt. Finally, New York's 22nd District was vacated by popular Republican incumbent Representative John Katko, as it lost much of its old territory in redistricting. Now Syracuse-based, the contest features 2 Navy veterans, Democrat Francis Cannoli and Republican Brandon Williams. And that about does it for the 9 p.m. poll closing on election night. Just like the 8 p.m. poll closing, there are several more races that are intriguing and worth watching at this hour, but for the sake of time, I only focused on these few. As always, please make sure to like the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment any thoughts, suggestions, feedback, and we'll see you next time. DDHQ out.